This is Meredith Lachlan. I am the associate editor over at Geek Insider, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast. I'm one of the founding five of Terraform Comics, and I have been doing a daily vlog of my health and wellness journey for the last 35 days. So this is just, I'm on a new platform. I'm trying this instead of StreamYard as far as the personal vlog. And the business stuff is probably going to stay on the other platform only because I was watching a few of the streams yesterday on Happs, and some people have some really cool overlays and things. The thing is, it's not available to everybody because of spammers. I have a problem with spammers. Um, it ruins everything. It really does. And I don't know why people feel the need to spam. The other thing is when it comes to broadcasting, if you're trying to put together a decent broadcast, it's kind of neat to have an intro, an outro, a couple of overlays, and things like that. Now, I could probably download OBS and have a really cool background and stuff. I kind of like my background because it has my comics, my books, my toys, collectibles, and things like that. That's what I do. That's my squeaky dog in the background. Um, and there was a notice on Happs that said that because of spammers, that they had to basically reduce the that option to specific people, the chosen few. However, that's earned, I have no idea. Probably when you earn a badge, when you have been showing that you've been sharing decent content on the platform. Spamming would also go towards going against copyrights. So if you are posting things that are getting copyright strikes or takedown notices, that's an issue. Do not use copyrighted material. Don't use protected music, things like that, because when you do that, you ruin it for other broadcasters. Good morning, Joe D. McFee. Let me see if I can. I'm still getting used to this platform here. Joe D is hailing from Facebook. Thank you. Thanks for the Happs link. I have to use Chrome to use it. Yes, you do. It is Chrome friendly. I use Brave, which is kind of like Chrome. I can download a lot of the same Chrome apps, and so far I haven't had a problem with it. And I do that more for security as well as the opportunity of earning crypto through Brave browser. So that is compatible with Happs. It does not like Firefox. I haven't tried it with any other browser because I knew from the get go that Chrome was its happy place for Happs. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed by that because I really wanted to try and get a couple of my friends in here and live stream with me and play with overlays, but because I don't have those permissions, and anybody who's coming in here probably won't unless you come in with a pretty decent following or a badge right off the top, uh, you're not going to have those options. And I'm actually going to see if I can find where that was. I forgot whose stream I was watching where he was mentioned. He's like, "Yeah, it's the setting, it's this and that, and I'm like, "No, I kind of looked. I don't see them." Um I mean, I can edit my tags here. So if I'm over on the left hand side, because I'm on my PC, not a phone. I hate live streaming on my phone. Um, I'm in settings. I can see my hashtags. I can edit my broadcast title, destinations, and all that. Landscape and portrait. Good, good, good. Go in here. All right. So it's not in the settings. Take over. I think that's if I invite somebody to my stream and I can invite them to take over my stream. I don't know whether that times out if for any reason I was in the middle of something and I had to leave, if I could invite somebody to take over as host. I think they still have the tools, but if I'm not here, I do think it times out. I don't have specifics on that. Notifiers and things. I can create notifiers here. I know that I created one yesterday and it's not saved. So I think for every broadcast, if I want a new notifier, like where to follow me on Twitter, or if you wanted to go and get my link tree, I would have to post that every day. So that's not hard. That's not a deal breaker because a lot of times they save things on spreadsheets and text messages as well. Good morning, creating chaos. She was here last night, you guys. She broadcast. What do you call it? A vlogging virgin, no more. So good morning, Nita, and anybody who's tuning in. Make sure that you follow her. I am looking forward to seeing some more of her posts. Uh, Joe D says it's not the tech. Tech is only a tool. True, true. Um, so okay, so my health and wellness today, I did my 1.5 miles. I've got my apple cider vinegar drink. I've been doing this. So again, I'm on day 35 with both of those things. I'm going to get some writing done. Unverified user, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it muchly. What was the other thing? Okay, so writing, I'm vlogging right now, and I'm an idiot because yesterday I wanted to take a short little nap. I told my husband, please wake me up after half an hour. And he tried. Shush. He tried. My husband tried. And he hates when I ask him to wake me up from a nap because he knows that I hate waking up from a nap because I'm not good at napping. I sleep. So, so what happened there was half an hour turned into an hour, which turned into an hour and a half, which turned into basically a 2 hour nap. And I woke up and I went, "Damn it! Not his fault. He knows that I'm a bear when he tries to wake me up. So he left me alone. He said, apparently you needed to sleep." And I said, "Yeah, but there were things that I wanted to get done, and not critical, not deadline oriented necessarily, but it was just those things where that extra hour would have been really nice." I did manage to pop into Uncle Karl's drunken rant because it was Friday and I got to the tail end of it, so I missed most everybody, but I wanted to give him a shout out as well. He's on Facebook, and if you're easily offended, that group is not for you. Um, what what else? What else? Oh, so yeah, being an idiot. Being an idiot last night. So I woke up from my nap, I got some more writing done, and then I decided I'm going to try and go back to sleep. But instead of sleep, I turned on Amazon Prime. And I ended up watching the whole first season of The Spanish Princess. And I haven't gone to sleep yet. So I looked at the clock and I said, well, that was about 9 o'clock this morning. And I went, oh, well, crap, that was kind of stupid. Well, let me just put on my sneakers and go for a run. So I did that anyway, just to keep up with the momentum and the goal that I was not going to miss a day. Well, let's see how far we take it. I mean, I managed the 30-day challenge so that I could create this habit. I've created the habit. I enjoy it. Karl Witsman, did you join? Oh my goodness gracious. Look at you. Nita, if you're listening, that's about as good as I'm going to get with a southern accent. All right, so if you're in here, I can probably invite you in if you want to come. Do you want to come on the show? You want to join me? I just subscribed to you. So that's kind of cool that I can do that while I'm live streaming. And maybe I can open up a window. How do I do that? I'm going to send you an invite anyway, just to see what this looks like. Oh, there it is. It's on the right hand side. Invite people. I'm going to give you director access, and I think I'd have to do the at Karl. There you are. I just sent you an invite. It will be up to you whether or not you want to join. And if there's anybody else who's tuning in who wants to join, let me know. I've got a barking dog. Uh, Karl Witsman, thank you for the tip. I'm a little bit of a deadhead today because, like I said, I'm an idiot. I didn't get any sleep. I have no idea what my dog is barking about. I'm not expecting my husband home yet. Not that I'm doing anything naughty. I might be later though because I have a review that I have to do. Okay, so I think I shared this before. My husband knows that I do reviews. Some of them are paid. Some of them are in trade for free product. And so I was mentioning to him because I'm expecting packages and things like that, and we don't want any porch bandits. So we always keep an eye on it. Joe D, if you want an invite to get in here, you need to be on Happs, and I will send you an invite, and you can join me. I think I did it right. I think Karl is maybe ignoring me. Does that invite pop up on the screen? Yes, it did pop up. I was able to add him. I add him as a participant and as a director. I think that was the other option. So hopefully he'll be popping in here, and maybe he has to get pretty. I know he was in his smoking jacket last night, and he was hitting the booze pretty hard. Uh, so I don't know. He might be feeling a little rough today, Dean. um, But yeah, I mean, if anybody is tuning in and you want to jump on screen with me, I will be more than happy to invite you on and have a chat. You tried to join. Karl says, I tried to join, not sure. Okay. And I have popped up on Karl Witsman's screen. Oh, it says Dean SMS says that it popped up on Karl Witsman's screen. So let me see. Let me hit the invite people again. Give me a few. Nita, you could pop in here too. Should I send you an invite? And Brian K. Morris, you naughty, naughty boy. Yes, we can have a threesome if you want to. I'm sending you an invite out as well. Brian. Brian, what happened to your K? There you are. No, no K for Brian. Let's see. Let me see if I can find Nita. Nita, come in, come in. Come play. Could be a foursome soon. I know, right? Oh, Dean SMS. If you are on Facebook, definitely check out Brian K. Morris. He has two shows. The first one is Never Mind the Furthermore, and that's Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern. And sometimes we go off the rails, but a lot of people do some promotion. We just hang out, we goof off, and I think every once in a while he needs that TV DLSM, warning. Not because of Brian. Brian tends to behave most of the time unless he's licking the spines off of books. But there he is. Ooh, all right. Hi, Karl.
Hello.
I didn't even have to hit a button. You just popped in, and there you are.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to. DNSMS, thank you so much for tuning in. But like I said, take a look at Brian K. Morris's feed on Facebook and YouTube. Never mind the furthermore is a lot of fun, very interactive. It goes for like 2 hours, and then he has a live stream interview show Is that Tuesdays or Thursdays? It's Tuesdays that he does that. Tuesdays, yes. That is clever title pending. There he is. Is he coming out?
He's in there somewhere.
He's got do I have to add him? Oh, there he is. Oh, Brian.
Good morning.
Good morning. And okay, so this is grid. This is stack. This is picture in picture. Very cool. And if we want the number one slot, which you are in, Brian, you're number one today. So good morning. Thank you for popping in here and helping me test this this sucker out.
Not a problem.
What do you guys think of it?
It looks pretty good so far. It's a little bit confusing compared to some things I've been in.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on various pieces of this studio thing.
Mm-hmm. So for anybody who's watching, I gave Brian and Karl, I guess like the director's option, so that you can kind of take over and take care of the stream. If for some reason I'm going out there to kill my dog or something like that, you know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to poke around the system here, and the thing is, I had like 3 different windows open, so like I'm getting sound from one, and the other one's freezing. The other one's like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so I know my Facebook people know who you guys are, but you want to introduce yourselves really quickly and just let people know what you do and
go for it, Brian.
You.
I usually do.
He's not shy. He's not shy at all.
Oh, if only I were. But anyway, thank you, Meredith. I am Brian K. Morris, freelance hybrid author, independent publisher, former mortician's assistant. I broadcast 3 times a week, never mind the furthermore, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, and Clever Title Pending, where we talk about creativity and the business behind it. At 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday nights. And also I am part of the Geek Insider Network and proud to be, I don't mind telling you, because they take care of me so darned well.
I was just going to correct your math. That's 4 times. You said 3 times a week, Brian.
That's how this is getting to me. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you,
being on the air. Plus, I'm on shows like, occasionally I pop in on shows like Uncle Karl's Green Room, and today I'll be on Reels and Heels with Brian Wensloff at 2:15. Other than that, I have no life at all of my own. But anyway, I'm happy to be here, and I'm really interested in what this studio looks like. So I will turn the tape. I will give Karl the floor and all the dirt on it. So
yeah, let's put you in the number 1 spot there, Karl. Let's
do it.
Okay.
You're in the 1 spot. Let's do. Ooh, big screen for you.
Ooh.
Good morning. Oh, Donna's just come in and she's realized I'm on the air, so she's backing off really slowly here. Hi. Yeah, my wife just came in. She's not a morning person, so she's going to go down and get some coffee, I think. I am a writer, probably the worst marketer available, because I'm an old retired guy. I don't care. I sell books, great. I don't sell books. Yeah, whatever. But like Brian, I am all over Facebook, sometimes YouTube. Just commenting and watching y'all and putting my likes and such like that to support those folks that are trying to make it in this independent world.
Yeah. So the title of my vlog today is "The Spammers Have to Ruin Everything." And I noticed this last night because I was tuning into somebody else's live stream. I wish I could remember his name. And he said, yeah, it's easy. All you have to do is upload this and hit the button. And I went, no. No, it's not available to everybody now. I guess at some point it was, and then they had to shut it down and limit it to certain broadcasters because people are spamming and taking advantage of the system. And I'm already seeing. Now this is day 3 that I've been here, and I'm already seeing people gaming it. So the quality of content is going to be crap. And when you see crap, don't follow it, don't like it, don't tip it, don't do any of those things. Ignore those people, because if they're on there and they say, "Oh, I have an opportunity to get 200 coin just for live streaming for 3 minutes. Here's my remote control."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let the clock run. That sucks. And it hurts the rest of us who are trying to get on here and make a go of it.
Well, and make an actual show that people will want to watch, with content that people will want to watch. That's what I see, sadly, on YouTube and Facebook as well, where people will get on and then they'll just maybe chat a little bit, but with no rhyme or reason to where they're going with it. They have no idea of what they want to accomplish today. It's just, I want watch hours. And that's not a show.
Well, speaking as a spammer and a guy who does a show where we don't quite know what is going on every day.
Yours is a little different, Brian.
Yours is very different, Brian.
Yeah.
Mine is different because I have an incredible audience. And also my goal is not the the monetization,
right?
Nor is it that I'm looking for X number of views or anything to give me any sort of advantage other than to ask people to like, subscribe, and share, which is kind of a way to put, that the field is leveled in a lot of broadcasting. And it all hinges on the viewer enjoying what they see once they get there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, and being able to promote, at this point for me, being able to promote my work is almost secondary. I'm going to let it take care of itself through the broadcasting. Monetization, that would be nice. But I recognize that brings a whole level of headache that I don't have as a regular broadcaster where I'm at. And so the thing is, I agree with you guys. Create content that is engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Take a long-term view of what you do when you get on the air. Just don't get on the air just to be there because you have nothing else better to do. Show some discipline like you guys do. You guys hold a schedule. You guys, at least have something you can describe your show in an elevator pitch for, rather than just getting a blank look. Then when you say, "What's your show about?" and it's like,
yeah.
So my show's about 2 hours long. Okay, that's all we need to know. And then the rest of us just have to be able to use the medium and be more subtle. When I mentioned the Rising Tide, the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide channel on YouTube, we're over 400 strong. Please like and subscribe and share the video if you enjoy what you see.
Okay.
Karl, what were you going to say?
He's at it again, and he's only had half a cup of coffee.
I know. Wow. What I see though is, Brian, you are kind of like the marketplace on Facebook, where you say, "Come here, promote your work, and we will promote each other." And that is fantastic. That works. And you have a big audience you've built over many years. Not an overnight success.
Oh, no way.
But
thank you.
What I was talking about was those people that try to imitate. They're the cheap version of Brian K. Morris, and they think, "Oh, well, I've got like 5 people following me, and I'll just read all their comments, and I'll be fine." And no, you can't do that starting off. You have to, work your audience up. And that's speaking of somebody who's not trying to work his audience up at all.
That's true.
Most of my shows are in a private area. I don't allow everyone in. You have to be unoffendable, pretty much. And even sometimes I'm offended by some of the things I see in my group.
I'm sorry, Karl. I'm sorry.
No, it's not you.
It's all Brian. It really is. Yeah, no.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need a book. Oh, you know what? Here you go. I have Daphne Lage's.
Oh, that's
her naughty sketchbook.
There you
go. If you're into furries at all.
There you go.
Oh, furries. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Even I might be offended.
Joe D. McFee.
Hey, hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Welcome to Happs, and good morning to you. I never see you in the morning. I always see you on Indie Vote Live at night.
At night, the only time you see me really on Indie Vote as far as video is concerned is Thursday mornings when I have those mornings off.
Oh,
but normally Indie Vote Live, I normally in the chat a lot for Indie Vote Live.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's put you in the big picture here so that people can get to know you and so you can introduce yourself. Oh, we have 4 people in here. We can't do big picture in picture. Maybe we
hold on. I'm going to experiment.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. You're the main focus now, Brian.
Oh, I thought I had you for a moment.
We're playing with the tools. Okay, so on the right-hand side where it says connected, whoever is number 1 gets the number 1.
I just switched it over to, I got me out of there.
Okay, so now I'm on the main right here, so I guess I'm the main focus, I guess.
Yes. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me
I am,
what you do.
Okay. I am Joe D. McFee. I am the president of C2C Studios. I am a writer, creator of comic books. I'm known for Amazonia, Primetime Saturday Night, and AWF comic book series here. I also have a YouTube channel where I do a show called From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, which most people don't know about. I normally do those on like Saturdays here. And recently it's just been doing like a lot of interviews and everything, but that show is mostly about comic book editorial more so than anything else, about things that happen in the industry. And every so often I might do a Drawing with Joe show, or actually do like live 3D rendering or a little bit of drawing on the side here. But mostly it's been interviews and editorial comment from things like DC leaving Diamond and stuff to that magnitude.
Very good.
Joe, I'd like to become a subscriber to that. Please send me a link on Facebook, would you please, sir?
All right, not a problem. Let me go ahead and do that now.
Then you'll have like 6 or whatever, We're here to help.
Well, that's the thing. I think I'm at like 53 or something.
Oh, dude, we got to do better for you.
Yeah, so, I'm happy with the 53 because, like I said, it's hard for me to keep up with a Saturday schedule, especially with the interviews, because I just don't have anybody on the show. I try to help people who have Kickstarters that have very interesting Kickstarters, more so that doesn't get the normal push that they're supposed to have. And then people who I know that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that's going to produce their book. I don't want somebody to say, a wish and a prayer, and it's like, I'm going to try to do this, and then months later the book never comes out. I try to vet as best as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I am so wanting to get on that channel after hearing that. That's a great sales pitch for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, delivery is important, especially if you're doing a crowdfund.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
And I don't understand the practice of launching a second one until you've delivered the first one. I don't understand the practice of that, especially if you don't have a history of delivering. So that's a little odd to me.
Yeah. If you've got like 10 items, 10 books, 10 comic books, 10 whatever out there, and you're doing 11 and 12, I can see that because you're on a roll. But if this is your first or second time out, you've got to pace yourself. You cannot do it all at once. And I've seen too many people kill themselves by jumping too far ahead. You know what I mean? and they're planning out their 6th and 7th book, and they haven't finished their 1st or 2nd yet. Where are you going, kids? You know?
Yeah, yeah. And Kickstarter itself, just the mere operation of a successful Kickstarter campaign, I know from having worked with 2 or 3 of them, that's almost a full-time job unto itself. And that's not even counting fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Right.
can also take up every waking moment of your day. If you're a creator trying to produce things and run a Kickstarter, I tell everybody I did one 2.5 years ago. I couldn't have done it without Eric Hawkins, the Eric Hawkins, my collaborator on the project, because he shored me up on areas where I didn't have the expertise, mostly in graphics and stuff. Plus, he had a little more experience in Kickstarter campaigns than I did. And he was instrumental in that thing being a success. And the next one I do, I'm hoping to get one done in the spring for a project or two. But I'm going into it planning like I'm invading a small South American country with my army. It takes that much organization on my part, especially since I seem to have so many plates spinning already. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting ready to launch. I held back my Kickstarter. I was going to launch it this past Tuesday, and there were a few things that were missing. An important element would be the video. Ooh, is that me?
No, that's me. Simple fix.
That's the alarm. My pacemaker warranty is
No,
on.
that's my
Sorry, go
no.
ahead.
That was a telephone. That was a telephone. I
That
just unplugged
scared
the
the
telephone
hell
from
out
the
of
wall.
me.
I
I'm
just
just like,
unplugged the telephone from the jack, and that's fine because I get nothing but spam calls to that landline phone anyway. So
The joys of live broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and Pops Van Zant is popping in here. What
Hey,
it
Pops.
says? It says that your comment was hidden for some reason. But it is not anymore because I hit the
Yeah, you
button.
should
It
have
says,
it now,
"Holy
Brian.
crap, Brian lost the fez." It's early morning, and I think I haven't gone to bed yet. I don't know, Brian. You look like you just kind of woke up and maybe haven't
Yeah,
had
I
your.
did. I was in Uncle Carl's green room last night. Then Cookie came home from work late. Then I had another adult beverage, and I don't need sleeping pills. So yeah, I definitely just woke up. In fact, I am broadcasting to you now from my bedroom. Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Cookie is behind me, and she's told me she will pull my head off my shoulders if I turn the laptop so that we can see her. She is bound determined not to be shown on the air. So
I
this is
have
what you
not.
get, folks.
Yeah,
But
you already knocked
I
your
will be
hat off.
presentable in an hour. I promise.
You already knocked the fez off, so she means business.
That's right. You got that
I
right,
haven't
Joe.
been to bed yet. I
Oh
am
my,
still
really?
up from last night. I took a 2-hour nap. And I was saying this earlier in the stream. I was just really stupid. I woke up from my nap. I ate dinner. I got some writing done.
Thank you, Karl.
And then I shut down the computer and I said, I'm going to go back to sleep. But I turned on Amazon Prime instead. And I watched the entire first season of The Spanish Princess.
Wow.
You young people.
Yeah.
This is going to hurt tomorrow. Or, you know, what I'm going to do is after I finish up this and I'm going to try and get some writing done, maybe I'll find a soul killer article and that'll put me to sleep. Maybe.
I'll send you some stuff. I'll send you some of my work.
No, she already messed up. She told us about the power nap. Power naps work wonders.
They do. They really do.
It's so hard for me to get up after 15 minutes. All right. There are times when I say, I'm just going to lay down. I'm going to rest my eyes. And I'm perfectly aware of what's going on, except my eyelids are closed. And then I wake up and I go, okay, that's enough because my eyes just felt tired or dry or whatever. Mm-hmm. Last night, I told my husband, and I felt it. I just felt it in my bones. I was tired. And I said, wake me up in half an hour. He goes, uh-huh, I'll try.
Okay.
And an hour and a half an hour passed. Then an hour passed. And he tried again. Then an hour and a half. And then he was almost about to give up. And I said, what time is it? And he says, "Don't yell at me."
That's a bad start to a conversation.
And I never do, because I am a bear to wake up. I have not woken up to an alarm clock in ages. I don't want to start. So I sleep when I sleep, as long as I'm not missing deadlines for anything.
There you go.
Yeah.
When I retired, the first thing I did was turn off the alarm on my phone. That's like, okay, that's the last time I have to get up specifically every time, every day at that same time. I was like, yep. And I woke up like an hour before the alarm would have gone off the next day. So it's like, what the hell was that about?
Well, when I want to take a nap, I've got this one chair that has this rather long slope along the bottom. So I'm practically halfway laying out. But the thing is, due to my height and my configuration, etc., if I sleep in it in a certain way, my head rolls forward and it cuts off my wind.
Oh.
So after about 15 minutes, I wake up choking. So if I want a power nap, that's the chair to do it in. But one day I'm afraid I'm going to get in that chair. I won't be choking. I just won't be breathing when I get in that thing. So
that's kind of
we
scary.
use it sparingly.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, part of the reason why I'm trying to lose weight is because my boobs were choking me. So there is that. I think that's why.
That sounds like a book I could write.
Yeah.
Boobs were choking me.
The boobs
That's when I knew it was love.
No, I wouldn't call it that. It'd be like the smothering.
Yeah.
Good one, Joe. That's good.
Oh, yes. I hope you guys are writing this down.
Separate yourself, I'm telling you.
I was just picturing this in my head, how this works.
I bet you were.
It's not a pretty sight. I just didn't want to be on one of those shows where it's like my 600-pound life, Oh my gosh.
Oh, I thought you meant like one of those shows like Donna watches, these cop procedural shows, and the cops would go in and go, "We think we figured out how she passed." It'll be CSI. They'll be trying to, they'll be trying to recreate it with some mannequins and some silicone, and
goodness.
it would
lots of silicone.
It would not be pretty.
Why does this kind of conversation always happen when I'm on the air? I just have to wonder now.
We going because all of a sudden I started thinking it's like, see, I am Detective such and such, and what we figured out is that somehow Subject Z rigged the bed to break is at such an angle where
he's got it. Yeah.
It tilted this way, and then all of a sudden the gravity just took over and just like Only thing I knew was just that some type of pillow was over her face, and she couldn't.
What a way to go!
Wow.
And I'm envisioning an assassin, and I like that image, Joe. And Detective Double D in this case would be discussing how the murder was committed and how the victim does show signs of a struggle. However, it took him 10 minutes to fight off the cops who were trying to rescue him. So.
And Pops Van Zandt is chiming in here from YouTube. He says, "Forensic specialists, the boob files."
I think we'll have to have an emergency reconvening of the Mythbusters to see if that's actually possible.
Assign me to the Carrie Byron's team then.
And Mita, I hope that you can tune in, jump on. I think with this grid configuration, we can have up to 6 people.
Looks like.
Yeah. Wow. So that's kind of cool. So your invite still stands. I think when you sign in to Happs, you should be able to pop in here. Let's see. So, Pops, you were streaming for 5 hours last night and only got about 3 hours sleep. So
Dang.
We are not.
That's dedication, Pops.
I don't know. I think we just, I'm only speaking for myself, but sometimes I'm just not that bright. don't disagree with me or anything, you guys.
What are you talking about?
I had a joke in my head, and I'm like, no, should I do that? I love Meredith. Should I do it?
The silence was all that I needed. All right, thanks, guys. You suck.
I was still picturing
cider.
I was still picturing the smothering. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Karl. Let's lift you up like one step out of the gutter.
Okay. Sorry. We were on.
That could be an anthology that pretty much writes itself. All of these different forensic cases.
I think,
you draw it. I'll script it, man. I'm there. The hell with both our reputations.
Oh my goodness, we were
on way too late last night, I think, and Brian came in to our little drunken thing, and then he left, and then Meredith came in, and
I'm sorry I missed you, Meredith.
We were on from 6:30 till 10 something last night.
Holy cow!
Well, that's Central Time, so
Central Time. Yeah,
it's worse on the East Coast.
Yeah. So I just after that, I just went in, lay down, and that was it. Woke up this morning like, okay. Yeah.
You look awake and chipper.
That's coffee. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't had coffee yet either.
Meredith, you ought to have it in one of these cups. They make everything more delicious. Oh, by the way, were we talking about spammers?
We were talking about spammers. And here's the other thing. With broadcasters, I know that we are very careful with it with comic books, especially if we are sharing our Kickstarters. A lot of people still use copyrighted music and images in their videos. Don't do that. It might be okay. It shouldn't be. It might be okay on a place like Happs or Kickstarter or Indiegogo, wherever it is that you're putting these videos on. But you'll get a copyright strike on YouTube. And chances are at some point, somebody like Disney might be like, no, take it down. Or you could get a fine, a sizable one. So, and that depends because, on a platform like this, now there's that slippery slope because if you can get tips and you can earn money, they're going to come after your money.
Mm-hmm.
So best practices would be use your own stuff or make sure that it is either public domain or you're licensed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent points. And in fact, my first copyright claim was on Facebook. I think I mentioned it to you, Meredith, but in fact, it was in using StreamYard, there is a timer they supply you to announce the start of your show, a 30-second timer, and somebody was claiming the music on it. Now, the thing to do is, if you're sure that you're in the right pushback, because there is a process on Facebook and with YouTube where you can push back if you think you're in the right. And, you got to be committed to it. Unfortunately, the people were kind of, I think, scamming that they didn't really own the music to it. And I pushed back and they evaporated like morning dew. But I had someone who did a spot for me on my shows that were broadcast over YouTube, and I had a copyright claim on them, which wasn't really a strike against me, but it meant that should my channel be monetized, that the people who own the music could then claim any money from that episode.
Yeah, that's what they're after.
That's exactly what they're after. And there are some legitimate companies that are out there protecting the rights of particularly music owners.
Sure.
That to make sure that their stuff just isn't genericized into non-existence. But the thing is, YouTube also has some mechanisms where you can mute the music, which is what I did in this case. Or you can re-upload it with the music, replace whatever. There are pathways, but Meredith is totally right. The best thing to do is simply not use copyrighted music. And there are so many places that have copyright-free music. People create music for that purpose alone. In fact, YouTube is probably the best resource for finding music. The YouTube studios, they have a huge, monstrous-sized library of fantastic music. Plus, I have some friends that actually make music for a hobby, and if you luck into somebody like that, they'll say, "Hey, yeah, go ahead and use it." That's Cookie, get out of the frame. Get out of the frame, woman. Your mystery is being revealed. Anyway, that was close.
Squeal at the ear.
I know it, man. You notice how fast she got that laundry basket up. But anyway, if only she did it when we're full. Anyway, but no, it is easy enough to avoid copyright strikes with just a little bit of care.
Yeah.
And like Meredith said, it is so not worth running the risk of a copyright strike. So.
Yeah. And I got a notice too, Brian, on one of my shows, which it was odd because I thought, okay, I'm in a private area. How does it matter, about that?
Yeah.
But it turns out that I live 4 blocks from a big radio tower. And that radio tower actually is picked up by my amplified speakers, and I cannot hear it. But many people say that they hear music in the background when I'm speaking. And so my microphone is picking that up because it's closer to the speaker than I am.
Right.
So I got this thing saying, you were playing a piece by Taylor Swift, and I just said, I don't even know who you're talking about. I have no idea who Taylor Swift is. I'm an old guy. So,
the old guy defense.
They just said, okay, and they dropped it, which was good. But I was like, I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't play Taylor Swift music in this house. I have no idea, and they just dropped it, like you said. Once push came, they were like, okay, backing off.
Well, that happened to me for a Geek and Cider event. I think we were streaming for about 3 hours for something. And it was on Facebook where I had somebody tried to claim the music, and the memo said it was 10 seconds that was recognized by a TV station in India. That it was like that you could recognize that station by those 10 seconds. And I went, oh yeah, which 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Point that out to me. And it was dropped.
That lady, she is using our theme. We must jump on her.
Yeah, I'm like 10 seconds in a 3-hour video. Are you serious? All right, you want to play this game? Tell me which ones.
Yeah.
I can count to 10.
What's my timestamp?
Yeah.
Because if they cannot name a timestamp, that's not a very valid, demographic to go by. You really need to know where in this video is that, so I can scrub that and repost.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. At least on YouTube, it tells you exactly what time frame. And it gives you the option to mute it, or you can remove your video.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like Facebook. Facebook is not pretty at all. I had a Facebook Live pretty much completely muted because I did like a drawing session, and I had my television on in the background, and I had Monday Night Raw in the background, 1 minute into the video, dead silence. And next thing you know, I got a notification that says, we have muted this live because of copyright claim from WWE.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I
wouldn't mess with.
Yeah,
I just stopped it or got the television and came right back on. I was like, yeah.
Wow.
Seriously.
I was like, really? Y'all picked that up that quickly, that a television that's in the background, that's sitting behind me, was playing their episode of Monday Night Raw, and you picked it up that clearly.
Wow.
It would not surprise me in the least. It's probably going to get to like a Minority Report kind of thing where, I'm thinking about using Triple H's entry theme as my theme music, and suddenly, you're beset by copyright strikes. Man, I get the same thing if it were AT&T or Disney, that they
more
would
ways
break
than one,
fast.
because you got WWE, the actual musicians that do it, because his themes beyond the original ones where he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Right.
That was when he first started. His
Right.
more modern stuff is done by actual performing musicians that have Grammy nominated records. You're asking you going up the wrong tree for that one.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's like, come and get me.
Yeah, it's like, especially if you do like King of Kings or The Game or something like that.
Yeah.
They coming for you. They
Yeah.
want their
Oh
money.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, and on Geek Insider, when we do the interviews, especially with musicians and even some of the movie directors, we have to ask permission. And I tell them, I need express written permission that we can play your trailer or this song on our stations, because not only does it go up to YouTube, but it gets aggregated out to the different podcasts. And the last thing I want to do is get a copy strike and then tossed off of there, because it took us a while to apply and then be approved to get our podcasts on there. I mean, it took us about 5 months to finally get on Pandora, which we just got that news this week. So we have to be really careful. We have to make sure we have the paperwork. When we've had people from Shudder, from Full Moon Features, and some of the other movies and things, or even TV shows, it's like, they're like, yeah, you can play the trailer. I need written permission, because it's going to come back as a claim, because it's almost an automatic thing. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's bots. It's totally bots.
It's totally bots. And so I said, when that claim comes in and I'm expecting it, I want to make sure that I have a contact email, and I want the letter saying that it's okay.
Yeah, because an artist can come on, like a recording artist can come on and say, you have permission to play my song from them, but they may not own all of the rights to that. And they may not be able to give those rights out to you. And that's a dangerous path.
Brian, were you going to say something?
No, I was just gesturing in support of Karl. But actually, I do have to go. I have to get Cookie out the door. She has a real job, unlike me. So it has been a terrific delight being on with you guys and gal. I love you, Meredith. Love you guys.
Love you too.
And
thank you for popping on with me.
Thank you. We'll do this again sometime. This has been fun, and I'll see you guys down the road. We will. We'll be talking. Now I'm going to test the exit function on his thing. Okay. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right.
See you later. Yeah, it definitely has a different feel from StreamYard. I like the user interface. So it looks neat. It's just a matter of training my eye where to go as far as where all the cool stuff is. I haven't tried sending out comments and stuff, and I wonder if it responds to all of the different places that I am streaming to.
Well, I'm seeing some comments on Facebook, but I'm not seeing them here on the live chat here. So I'm not sure, unless it's just going by so quickly, which is possible.
No,
I think the ones on the left is primarily everything that Meredith has, because I know I have people on my wall that's looking at this, and their comments are not appearing over there. So I've been responding to them, on my wall as things go along here.
Okay, so you did like a watch or something like that, or
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that
makes sense.
I've just got Facebook open on another monitor, which it makes it a little easier.
Yeah, but that was kind of my rant today. I wanted to talk about the options that are supposed to be available, but Happs uh, throttled them back because people were taking advantage. And it speaks to those who are gaming the system because they can. That doesn't make it right, and it ruins it for people who are really trying to make a go as far as live streaming or developing a show, getting guests on and things like that, and being able to do those cool things like an overlay. I know that I could probably go in here and share my screen, but there are a lot of things that I don't want to share. Or that I don't find the necessity to. However, if I had the option of uploading an intro or an outro like I normally do for my shows, that would make it different. And that's kind of I'm not going to say it's a deal breaker. I don't mind popping on here for a personal stream and limit it to just YouTube if I want to build up that channel, or limit it to just Happs. And build up the community that's here, because there are a lot of people. And now that Periscope is closing down, they're actually shutting down in March, I think. And so a lot of the Periscope people are migrating. They've been looking for a spot to land. And this seems to be it.
Hey, Meredith, I'm going to interrupt you a sec. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try switching over to my OBS camera. We'll see if that works.
Okay.
I made this appear.
It will work.
It will work. Oh.
It will work because I use
he'll be back in.
It'll work because I have XSplit Broadcaster, and I know that this integrated with XSplit Broadcaster where I have all my other screens and stuff.
Oh, I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to work here, but maybe that's just something I need to read up on.
Okay. I
Because
know that it's
we were talking about that.
Okay,
I know it's compatible with OBS.
I know what you're referring to, and I know this is probably going to slow my PC down, but I'm going to switch over to the XSplit Broadcaster, and then I could show you intros and all the other stuff that I have in XSplit Broadcaster. That was one of the major questions that I had about Happs, and then I saw that you could add the stuff naturally, and I tried doing that, and the videos won't play whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah, because Meredith was asking about that, because for intros, outros, if you had something you wanted to share, like a video or something, OBS would be a way to do that. But if XSplit does it too, I've never really played with that system, so I don't know anything about that.
I have the microphone video.
And actually, the guys who do Creativity in Progress, their show, they use OBS, I believe, and they use Discord, which I haven't figured out how they use Discord and then broadcast out, or if that's something that they upload later to YouTube. But I think they live stream it.
Well, isn't Discord like Twitch or YouTube? Isn't it a place where people broadcast to?
I use Discord. I've been using Discord for a few years, but mostly for meetings and stuff. So I like to have my groups. I like to have the rooms that are locked to some people just for work.
Yeah.
XSplit is now running here, so that's a good sign.
Very cool.
So now I'm trying to switch over to like the pre-presentation where you can see, like, I have stuff like this to run in pre-presentation.
Okay. But you're using your own bandwidth.
Show intros and outros stuff too, But I'd rather have a platform that allow me to do this type of stuff natively within it. I know with XSplit you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So you can do stuff like, okay, laptop work.
Yeah, I get that occasionally sometimes. Well, that's kind of why I started with OBS. It was free, and I thought if I'm going to make mistakes, if I'm going to mess around and play with it, I want to start free, and then if I have to get something that I have to pay for later, then I'll do it. But I found that there's so much I could do with it that I just stayed with it. it is a bit of a learning curve to get on any of these kind of broadcast software, because you have the power that a TV station would have almost.
Mhm.
And there are some, oh, nice. Yeah. I like
No, it's not keeping up with me. That's the problem. I have it set for my presenter camera where I can have like my banners and stuff on the left hand side or right hand side, I should say, my right hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
I could
and
go
the
back
thing
to
that I
full
like
screen.
about, excuse me, the thing that I like about Happs is that they are building a community within this platform, whereas StreamYard is just really a tool. It's just a bridge to get from one place to the other,
Sure.
and simulcast to multiple locations. That's cool. The community aspect is what is probably going to keep me here trying this out for maybe a couple of weeks, a month, or
Yeah.
until we see what happens with the platform. Because again, speaking to Periscope, with them shutting down, people are migrating over here by leaps and bounds. And I saw one of their live streams where they added 3 new servers just to try and keep up.
Wow.
And I mean, if you look in the top left, you're going to see that it says beta next to it. So they're still testing this. They're going to be adding things. And what's really cool is that they're listening to the community. So if you have any feedback, they want to know what it is and prioritize that on their list of things that they want to accomplish and get done for the platform. So it's really cool. I did send an email out to invite the development team to a Geek Speak.
Oh, good.
If you guys are tuning in, check your spam folder just in case, because sometimes my email goes into junk or spam. So that would be Peter. Peter, I think I sent you the email. So he is one of the Happs team members. But yeah, for Geek Speak, I would love to talk to the developers and the people who are behind Happs and
That would be
see
good
what
to
we've
find out
seen.
where they're going, what their plan is and where they
Yeah.
want to be. Because, yeah, this does seem like a mashup between StreamYard and YouTube, perhaps, as far as the connecting people together and being able to follow somebody, and have the ability to run all this broadcasting software.
So Peter says, "You got my email. Yay!" And I know it's the holidays. So if I don't hear from you until January, I just get a little bit nervous because, again, a lot of times my email goes into spam or junk. I don't know why. It doesn't. If it was consistent, I would say maybe it's our server and people were uh, reporting us. But I mean, we don't send out enough emails to justify that. I don't think so. I don't know what the heck is going on. Please like me, Gmail. Why?
I will notice that too, Meredith, on certain things. I will get the same email from a company like my Chase Bank. Okay, I'll get 2 emails within 1 month, and it says one of them was okay and one of them was in the junk folder. I'm like, okay, it's Chase. Let them through. Let them send me an email. But if I get too many from the same source, it says, oh, no, I'm going to put that in the junk file.
Yeah, bots.
Yeah, I know. They're running everything now.
Yeah, but but going to Happs and the platform again, I love the idea that
Hi, Joe. Oh, there you go.
No, I'm here. It's just that it won't allow me to go back to the normal camera. I have to stay in the XSplit.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was actually testing bugs.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, these guys, they are really open to ideas, recommendations, bug finders and things like that. So, and I love beta sites.
Yeah.
I try to hop on them when I find them, only because one, I try to sign in with my username and lock that in, but also it's really kind of cool to get in early And I have to look to see how long this has been up, but it's been, I know, at least a few months, because people are on here and they've built up a huge network, and their live streaming history. So it's really cool. That's the thing that's appealing to me, because I love online communities and people who are tuning in, who might find value. And again, that's just why it makes me so mad that people will game it, and they will. I've seen it happen on so many other sites, where whether it's crypto, because of blockchain, and they're gaming the system. They see the coins here and they're like, oh, if I do this task, I'll get this many coins, and put little to no effort. And what's the value in that content? I mean, we're kind of sitting here, we're kind of BSing and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I mean, I think the topic is really important. And I hope more people will tune in later, to understand that what they do, if it's crappy content, if they're using copyright materials, if they're using music that they're not supposed to, it hurts everybody on the platform.
Oh, amen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Silence.
Wow.
No. It's
We're all-
just I just want to have a comment about it. Like
Mhm.
like I said, it's like pretty much what we did here. We actually tested the system. We tested certain things. We pretty much talked about the vulnerabilities of this platform, and hopefully it provides some value. And that comes back to the overall discussion:
Mhm.
value of the content.
Yeah. And if anybody was thinking about doing a show, and they're thinking, well, should I do StreamYard? Should I do OBS? Should I do Happs? We've given them some information here, which could be very helpful to them to
Mhm.
decide that. So good on you, Meredith.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be basically a hybrid content creator, and I'll just go where I go. But Peter Bittner says,
I don't
"Yeah,
know
we
if
value your feedback here."
I didn't know if you'd seen that.
He
Yeah,
is here. Like, I got
it's
your email on the list. We'll set it up. Yeah, we value your feedback. Okay, cool.
Cool.
yeah. I mean, I love a lot of the features here. There are a few things that would kind of be tailored more towards me and the things that I'm looking for, but everything that I'm seeing so far, I'm looking to see what the improvements are and the additions to the app. I haven't tried mobile yet. Have you guys tried mobile?
I don't want to try it.
You don't want to try? I hate being on
That's
mobile.
that. No,
I
no.
can't
It's
stand
just that when I do these types of things, I normally want to be in one place, one camera, and have the capabilities to pull up websites, pictures, or anything at one source, and not be like, fumbling around a phone to bring up all the extra stuff.
But if you're not hosting the broadcast and you're on as a guest, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. We were on the bus with you the other night.
You're right. That's true. That's true. I think it was JD Calderon's
Yeah.
podcast that I was on the bus, but that was because I messed up with the time. I actually messed up the time because I was thinking 8 o'clock my time. He was like, no, 8 o'clock his time. So it started an hour earlier.
Time
than
zones
normal.
are the devil.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they are. They
And
are.
Peter says mobile going through a big redesign. Try it in a few days. So,
Okay.
that'll be interesting.
The value of that I could see, Meredith, is if you were hosting, let's say, and then you said, I want to go to a field reporter who's, out in an event or something,
Mhm.
and you could pull that person in through mobile and have them there while you, like Joe was saying, you're there, you've got all your resources on your computer, you're running it all, but having mobile to have somebody come in from outside would be brilliant. I mean,
Well, that's something that we've been talking about with Geek Insider, is when the conventions open up again, to have like our convention ambassadors to just get on your phone, go mobile for like 15-20 minutes, talk to the cosplayers, talk to the vendors, talk to the special guests if you can chase them down, and without getting arrested or something or thrown out. But to be an ambassador for that event, that way you're marrying the bricks and mortar with the virtual, and I mean, we've got a network of people who have some pretty cool tools
Mhm.
where we could make kind of an event out of that.
Actually, you should make it more bigger than that because you need to expand your network. Because like people like me, it's like, for example, when C2E2 comes around next year,
Mhm.
I know that you're not going to be able to make it, but I normally have a company booth at that show. So I could broadcast live from the company booth and be like, here, this is what it's like to be here. I'm a few steps away from Marvel, a few steps away from New Adams. I could show people the kind of like the lay of the land and then also show the products that I have. And you can do whatever interviews from that point forward.
Yeah.
And if you get multiple people who have different tables and booths there, you could, give them the experience of the con without having that quote unquote ambassador going around talking to different people and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And that is valuable for people who've either never been to a con. If you're a first time creator and you've been thinking about getting a table, there's always that fear factor, like I don't want to do that because I don't know what to expect.
Mhm.
And by seeing those experiences, it turns into a teaching moment, which is really great and very valuable for other people.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that you have to live stream while you're, negotiating a price for your book or trying to put a package together or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's neat to be there and just see how that interaction is. What's your
Mhm.
pitch? How do you do that? And even something as simple, well, not simple, but for me it is because I love setting up a table. But your table design, what are you putting in your background, and all of those things that come into play to market yourself when you are at a live event. I
Yeah.
think that's very valuable.
Pops Van Sant had something like that at a CromCon. It was during the quarantine, and so everybody had to wear their masks and all. But it was interesting to see how these people were out in this parking lot in their little tents, making do guerrilla style. I mean, it's not like a regular con would have been, and it was interesting to see what all they had to go through. And I would love to see that, like you say, at a regular con. And like Joe said, if you had multiple people at the same one, that would be awesome.
Yeah, speaking of Pops, he says CromCon will go live from a con floor someday.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. We're hoping to do that with Geek Insider as well, and Terraform Comics. That we're going to be at some of these events. With the couple of hats that I wear, it would be kind of cool to have a table and a nice setup where we have a couple of comfy chairs and some cameras and some mics and talk to people one-on-one. Or, as the cosplayers are coming by, just take quick snapshots of them, just to have that kind of full immersion feeling. We got a little taste of that when Rob Anderson was he was at a local con maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Mm.
And that was really neat because people were they were wearing their masks, they were doing the social distancing as much as possible, and just to see that and hear it was really cool.
I don't know if anybody's ever tried this before, but I would like to see somebody interview just a regular convention goer. Okay, sit them down in the seat. What have you got in your bag? What have you bought today? Why did you buy it? I see you've got this particular book in here. Why did you buy that particular book? And have them explain. And I think that would help creators to know, oh, well, they like that cover design a lot better than they like mine. Maybe I need to up my ante a little here. And, maybe that would help people to know, what sells and why.
You gotta get the right con goer for that, only because of the simple fact that people will be like, I don't know you. Those are kind of strange questions. You might have to be like, here, I'll give you X amount of free product if you just do this quick little interview.
Right. Yeah.
Something like that. You have to give
Instead
something.
of having like my 6'4" husband, hovering over him, what you got in the bag? Although that would be fun.
Yeah.
For me anyway.
Why did you buy that? like, no, I don't. No, you have to offer them something pretty cool to be like, hey, open it up. It's like we're doing, some market research here at, this company, and we're just, it's like, and if you want to see yourself, you would be on this YouTube channel later on. You give them the information and whatnot. Give them something cool. They probably open up.
Oh yeah,
pretty easily.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be on YouTube. Oh yeah, sign me up.
Yeah. So
it'd be like that scene in Breakfast Club where Ali Sheedy just dumps out her purse in front of everybody. It's like, whoa, okay, a little too much.
That's me. That's like totally me with the Captain Crunch and in the sandwich and all that.
She's already ready for convention. She's already ready for convention.
I'm all set.
I
just have to get a couple of my books published.
8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I'm hungry.
Yeah, you gotta have a go bag. Yeah, you gotta have
okay.
Yeah, you gotta have your go bag. Everything stuffed in there that you're ready to grab and run out the door anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Meredith, this has been fun, but
I was going to ask because I'm getting ready to shut this down. Final thoughts on spammers, because the topic is spammers have to ruin everything.
Death to spammers. Death.
It's with eggs.
Yeah.
I love fried spam and eggs.
Only thing I gotta say is my last word is this: advertisement is what it is. Don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, you're going to turn a lot of people off, and people need to realize that spamming turns people off.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, people connect with people; they don't connect with things. And if you don't have that, if you don't give them a reason to follow you, they're going to look at somebody who does. So that choice between two similar products. Who do they like better? They're going to buy from them.
Yeah.
So that's it. Anybody who's new. So I'm new to this platform, but I'm not a newbie as far as content creation or live streaming or podcasting and all that stuff. Don't ruin it for the newbies, because it really sucks. It's hard enough building up a network. It's really cool that Happs has a built-in community. That it takes time with social media. It takes time. You have to be social to build your social media. Get it? Social. And so if you're trying to game the system and you're not putting up decent quality content or just any decent content, it doesn't, quality might be subjective, but there are certain elements to it that are universal, I think. And so try to put out some decent stuff. Even if you're sitting there and talking about personal things, those are the things that people will connect to you, and not necessarily the thing that you're shilling. And stop using copyright material, because that can take down a site in no time flat.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't have an outro, guys, so I'm just going to...
Hold on, I got you covered. I got you kind of covered. I'm going to try to...
Hey, we got to get you on the big screen.
And it is royalty-free music. I looked it up. I had to give them at the very beginning of the video, which I did because I showed you guys part of the intro.
Uh-huh.
So I had you covered for the outro here.
I like
so
it.
Now you're good. So now you're good.
All right, you guys.
You're all good.
Have a great day. Have a good weekend. Positive vibes out into the universe. Be kind. It only takes a little bit of effort to do that. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you watch the replay. I'll be sharing this. I have to update the description on YouTube. But if you see me on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button, please. I would appreciate it. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.